Hello and welcome to DermYoung's Untold Story of Skincare. I'm Nancy Griffin with Contento Marketing, and I'm pleased to be moderating this 6-part series where we interview experts on skincare topics of interest. If you like this webinar, please share it on your social media channels and subscribe to DermYoung's YouTube channel. If you have any questions about this topic or any specific questions for our panelists, please email customer_service@dermyoung.com. Today is going to be a really fun day. We have two amazing women who are experts in spa and skincare. Our first panelist is Mona Perschon. She is the director of spa at the Laguna Cliffs Marriott Resort and Spa in, of course, Laguna Cliffs, California. Welcome, Mona.
Thank you.
We have Joan Tinnell, who is DermYoung's National Corporate Account Director. I'm going to ask both ladies to talk a little bit about themselves. And Mona, I'd love it if you could tell us a little bit about your spa and why you brought DermYoung in.
Perfect. I'd love to. So my name is Mona Perschon. I'm the director of Laguna Cliffs Marriott Resort and Spa in Dana Point. The hotel overlooks the harbor in Dana Point, and we are just the most beautiful place to stay, right next to the Pacific Ocean, that you can absolutely see everything. So we love our hotel. Our hotel is, our motto is like really elevated escape in Orange County. We're looking to create personal connections with our guests, and it's all about the guests for us and the quality of the rooms. Like, we just underwent a $25 million renovation, and the rooms are just spectacular and beautiful. They're all earth tones, yet bringing the ocean into the resort. And as I said, we overlook the harbor right there, right on the edge of the Pacific Ocean. So we're really beachy chic, I say. We're just super beachy chic, right? You can't get any better than that. Having, like I said, our focus is on the guest, and it really shows and reflects on our commitment to that, including awards that we've received from AAA. We're a 4-diamond property. We have been ranked #1 in guest services by Marriott for several years in a row. So it's a really unique property. There's 378 rooms. We have 15 meeting rooms with a total of 50,000 square foot of total meeting space. So that's really unique. We have 2 outdoor pools. One's focused on family. It's really set up. It's got like a little water park theme on one end, and some really great things for kids, with a little mini golf putt-putt green right outside that area. And then our other pool is for adults only, and it overlooks the harbor, and it's just a really great place to decompress and rejuvenate and relax. And then the spa, of course, that's my area of expertise. 14,000 square feet. We have private men's and women's facilities, and inside those facilities we have steam room with eucalyptus. We have a whirlpool inside that area, and we also have the dry sauna. And then we also have an outdoor patio with a fireplace and a water fountain that just takes you to that tranquility and rejuvenation that you're looking for, just to have that private moment alone before your treatment starts. And then my favorite feature of the spa is we have 2 couples rooms. One is a deluxe suite where it has its own private patio with a whirlpool and a water fountain, where couples can reconnect and really just ground themselves back and get their energy back to face the world that we live in. So basically, we are the Southern California vibe. So that's what I love about our spa. And the next question was, you wanted me to talk about DermYoung and why I brought it in.
Today's topic is the Spa Pros Talk, which is you two ladies. And really the focus is results-driven anti-aging skincare. And you, with 23 years of experience in spa and skincare, were the first spa in Southern California to bring DermYoung in. So I would love if you could tell us a little bit about why you chose DermYoung.
Yeah, I'm really excited that we were the first spa to bring DermYoung on the West Coast. That was something we really talked to our guest about, and we're excited because this is a quality product. It represents itself well on the shelf. The ingredient deck represents itself well, and it's result driven. It's very anti-aging, and it's really set up for women who are looking to reverse time, to kind of go dip into that fountain of youth and pull back some years. And I hate to say this, but turning 50 in about 6 months, and I'm always looking for something to help with reversing time personally, and I am very picky about what skincare I use. So I was introduced to DermYoung by a lovely woman, as you're going to meet her in just a minute, Joan Tinnell. And she knows a little bit about my spa. She's visited the property many times, and she also knows how I operate as a spa director, being a previous spa owner and a person who cares about what ingredients we're putting on the body. As a body practitioner myself and a spa director for 23 years, I want to have the best ingredients and the best products on my shelf. And Joan knows that. I have quite a reputation among my peers that's what I'm looking for, is anti-aging, result-driven, and good ingredients that will work well with my clientele base. And so Ms. Joan introduced that to me, and she did it in a way that worked well. She said, I know you're not looking for skincare. We've talked about it, but can you give me your opinion about this? Try it for 30 days. Let me know. She sent me this kit. It was beautiful. And I thought, oh gosh, do I really want to try something new? Because what I'm using currently worked for me. And I thought, no, my word is my word. I'm going to try it. And so I used it for about 2 weeks, and I called her and I said, where can I get more? Like, how do I sign up? How do I bring it on? How old is this company? What's happening? We went through all the hows and whys, and basically Joan set me up, and I was the first, luxury resort on the West Coast to carry DermYoung. And my team also, I asked Joan at that time, I have the best estheticians. I have, they both have worked for me for 10 years. They've followed me from resort to resort. And one is a RN, and she is she's worked in plastic surgeons, derm offices, and she's also worked in emergency rooms. So she knows about skincare. And my second esthetician, those are my two leads. She's open spas. She worked for one of the top spas in LA and Orange County, and open spas, and hired, and she's classically trained from Europe, and she's worked for me, fortunately, for 10 years, and both these ladies are my gems. And so I said to Joan, okay, you sold to me, but my next thing is it has to sell to my customers, and you know who my salesmen are. They're my estheticians, so send them kits, please. And she did. She sent them both kits. About a week in, my one esthetician who suffers from severe rosacea, she came in and she said, this is fixing my rosacea. It's anti-aging and it's fixing my rosacea. And she was sold. And then my lead, who's an RN, understood the ingredient decks perfectly. And the next thing we did is we had Dr. Brooks out. She gave a presentation. And I'll never forget this. My team is hard. They live in Orange County. This means that you have to have result-driven, anti-aging, and you have to have something that's clean and green. You got to have something that's all of those things in Orange County you have to have. And I'll never forget when the doctor came and she started speaking, I looked over at my team, all of their mouths, including the nurses, which I have 2 nurses who work for me, and their mouths were on the floor. And I thought, this is it. This is what's going to work for our team. And Joan was like, now DermYoung's not here to replace anything, but we're going to add to your experiences. And boy, I was ready to throw everything else out, but I didn't. And we just went ahead and incorporated DermYoung seamlessly within our current menu. And we didn't even have DermYoung on the menu and it still is our top selling product. So that's a
Wow.
little bit about how I got DermYoung.
Well, Joan, you are a master licensed esthetician. You are a former spa owner, manager. You've represented many of the highest end skincare lines in our industry. So I know that DermYoung's been embraced by the resort spa community as well as medical spas. So tell us a little bit about why this is so.
Well, I know that, hi everybody, thanks for having me. I worked for over 30 years, 35 years in this industry, and I've used many, many skincare lines, as with Mona tells you what, her experience. And I've seen some really good things. I'm not going to say I haven't over the years, but there was something about this when I saw DermYoung for the first time, because I'm really picky, just as Mona said she is, we both are. And it was when I saw it, there was just a few points that caught my eye as not just an esthetician, but I always take myself back as being when I was an owner. What did my clients want? And what made sense to me as an owner, and it was my own money. I wasn't working for resort property. So I always wanted the best of the best for the customer. And what really caught my eye was not when I first used it, when I first saw it, I was more excited of the fact there was only 7 pieces to this line. 7 pieces that tend to all skin types and all issues in the skin. You don't see that, a 7 SKU skincare line that does everything, number one. Number two, when I saw it, I love the fact of it being clean, all glass packaging. It hit every mark and some that I wanted in a skincare line if I still had owned my own. So I watched it, I looked at it, I met Dr. Brooks, she sent me product, I tried it. First time I used it, I just couldn't believe my skin. I was like, this is craziness. So I continued to use it, and then I kept talking to Dr. Brooks, and I said, look, I would love to work with you, but can I send it to some people? And Mona was one of them. And there was like 10 others that I highly respect in our industry that really know their stuff like Mona. And they don't buy into anything. Across the board, everybody loved, it came back, it was great. So that's how I pretty much started custom placing it into these beautiful high-end properties. Yes, we are in medical spas. Yes, we are in some smaller, just day spas. But one facial, I would go at an event and give the DermYoung 30-minute facial to these directors, and they brought it in. I was like, okay, I didn't lose it. I'm still on to this. But it's extremely beautiful line, clean, small SKUs. And the best part was when I say to them, there's no minimum opening order. So I don't want to dust your shelves. I want you to bring the line in because you love it. It'll fit with whatever else you're selling. And then you'll always buy more. I don't need for you to bring like a ton of it in. So no minimum order. Bring it in, try it, and see what happens. And it's been pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
So Mona, how has DermYoung helped build the aesthetics side of your business with the facial and the retail products?
Well, a couple of things, like Joan mentioned, the packaging is just beautiful. And my background as well is in business owner and then a massage therapy. And I also went to aromatherapy school. And I always say I'm an aromatherapy snob because just like Joan, I think everything should be in glass bottles. And the dark blue bottle also helps the ingredients last longer and stay fresher in the bottle. And then just the packaging is so high end. Dr. Brooks has really paid attention to detail, and that shows to our client. I love when you open the box, when you're showing it on your shelf, and it looks like a present to somebody, and they just go, oh, well, how much is it? And what's the ingredients? And then she's created like these beautiful books that you can show the results, or little flyers as well. So we show that to our guest, and we have it in the treatment room as well. So anytime somebody has rosacea, they have any concerns like hyperpigmentation, fine lines and wrinkles that they're looking to take care of, we show them DermYoung in the room, and we show them the retail package, and we show them the before and afters. And, they're actually clinical studies. They're not just you know, somebody doctoring a photo, but you can actually see that, like, for instance, on the melanoma piece that she, or not the melanoma, but the dark spot that they're treating on this gentleman with the youth essence, you can see it's not a doctored photo because the brown spot actually gets bigger. It doesn't get smaller, it just starts to dissipate. So if you're looking at different results on different photos, that's what it should look like. And so people see that and they're excited that this man only used this product for 30 days. How much more anti-aging can you get than that? Teaching the skin to rejuvenate itself. And so I love talking about DermYoung to my guest, and I've trained my front desk staff as well. So not only did we do education for the estheticians, but we actually did the whole team. We did all the massage therapists, we did the front desk staff, we did the sales team in the hotel as well. We've got all of them talking about DermYoung. So like when a bridal party comes in, we've got the solution if she's breaking out or if she's got a little redness or things like that. So we really have used DermYoung as our cornerstone now of where to start in treatment. And people have been coming to us for a really long time. And Nina and Veronica have a lot of local following. We're not just treating travelers. We really are establishing as a local day spa within the Orange County community. And in fact, we were voted, there's a reader's vote for Dana Point Times newspaper, and we were voted the Golden Lantern for massage and the Silver Lantern for facials in the community. So we're competing against other high-end hotels and day spas and doctor's offices in our Orange County community. And that's, I'm sure, because of DermYoung, we've really won those things. And our staff is excited about it because they see it's result driven, yet it's natural. You know, it's botanical. And if you've ever seen somebody's face when they look at those actual case studies and you say, oh, but it's natural, it's botanical, they just are so excited that they can put something that is natural in their skin, healthy for environment, the packaging is healthy for environment, it's all recyclable, and yet it's result driven. So anti-aging is a big thing for us. You know, I love the iGenesis starter kit. That's a top seller for us. It's got the anti-aging skin barrier repair dual. So it's got age defiance and correction together in that little box. And we tell people start here, and we get them excited about that. And then I tell people just go slow, buy the pieces as you can, and then they last a really long time. We teach them how to take care of the product because it is all natural and it has been packaged so well. And we teach them how to keep those natural ingredients, you know, well for as long as possible. So we're giving an education when we sell the line as well. We're not just giving them product and going out the door. It's a personal thing. You know, we're really educating our guests, and they love that. So that's how we do it at Laguna Cliffs.
That's excellent. And Joan, did you want to add to that?
I did. I just wanted to add a quick little thing here from what Mona said. The gentleman that she spoke about, first of all of the pictures that we use, because we're really strong on educating and partnering with our team. So like with Mona and with anybody that we do business with, it's a partnership, and we totally, our education, we'll do events, whatever it's going to take. But when she was speaking about that gentleman, and this is the one that's always blown me away with you, this gentleman, she said he used only one bottle of our youth essence, and he used it for 30 days or 2 months, let's just say. He used one bottle only. He then didn't use it anymore. And a year later is when he came back not using the product, and these are the results that you can see where that's gone. And that's because DermYoung is healing the skin barrier from the inside out. That's what, when everybody always asks Dr. Brooks when we travel, what's the secret ingredient? There is no one secret specific ingredient. It's everything that works together. And Mona can explain how that's how it is. They all work together to make this happen. It's not one product. It's a team effort inside that makes it work. And that's what makes DermYoung, you know, so special and different. It's like I call it the elevated skincare line out there. It's the next level of skincare you're seeing right now. And once you use it, you totally see that yourself.
Yeah, and I love that about Dr. Brooks's explanation about how it works is most people want to find that what's the hero ingredient in your product that works? Why is this so anti-aging for me? And I love Dr. Brooks's explanation on this because, you know, when you're trying to educate a guest, that's one of the top questions they ask. And we say there is no hero ingredient. It's the sum total. It's the chemistry of those ingredients. She's not targeting one skin cell in your skin. She's targeting all skin cells. So that way the skin knows how to slough off. It knows how to rejuvenate itself. It knows how to hydrate itself. It knows how to turn back time and dip into that fountain of youth that we're all looking for. So I think, you know, that's one of the reasons why I put DermYoung on our new menu that we're going to release here this summer as the fountain of youth facial. And we call it Be Ready Fountain of Youth DermYoung facial. And then we're also going to pair it with our hydrofacial as the last steps of the hydrofacial. And that's going to be our titanium facial. And we're going to send the guest out with the starter kit so they can continue the results that they've gotten, and encourage them to come back in every 6 weeks to get their products and their hydrofacials. So that's how we're pairing it with on our menu, and it's working really well. We don't have that menu officially out, but we already sell it that way, and that's how it works. And anybody who comes in and has psoriasis, you know, any redness in their skin, anything that looks like it needs something anti-inflammatory, DermYoung's where I take them to. And we have a lot of great skincare lines on our shelves. We really do. And we love them all. And I am a huge fan of the other two that I have. And they have a big presence in my spa. But DermYoung is so anti-aging and anti-inflammatory. That's where we point them if they're really looking for that change. So.
Well, ladies, I know, Joan, you want to add, but I think it's important to note that the products were developed at Massachusetts General Hospital,
Yes.
which is the teaching hospital for Harvard Medical School. So it's not surprising with access to literally any product in the world through that Skincare Science Center at Mass General. It's no surprise that these products work as well as they do. But Joan, what did you want to add about that?
I kind of lost my train of thought right now. So.
Well, I'm going to ask you, ladies.
I did remember one thing.
Yes, go.
Mona, which I know another reason why Mona loves the line too, because the aluminum oil is 100% organic, and that oil can be used on pregnant women, and it can also be used on even babies that are born that have eczema. So it's a line that you don't normally hear. Skincare lines that can be for pregnant people can use, skincare eczema can use. You don't hear that. That's what makes it even more unique.
And those conditions can be quite debilitating for people. And when you tell them, I have something for rosacea,
Yes.
psoriasis, they are just so grateful. And you're like, no, it works. To be able to say to somebody, this works, you're going to be so grateful. And some of those conditions they've been fighting with for years, like rosacea is such the number one thing. And most people, they say we have something that will keep it at bay, but Dr. Brooks's product is actually treating it and making it disappear. You know, people aren't even struggling with that anymore. So I don't want to say cure because, but
Right.
It definitely is making it where it's not something people even notice or think about. And I know a lot of women, when you suffer from rosacea, it can be very embarrassing, and it can also mess with your self-confidence. And I love the fact that we have that tool. And that aluminum oil is just, like Joan said, you can put it on a baby. You can put it on a surgery. I put it on my incisions right after my surgery. So it really helped take down the inflammation, and it really helped in I was struggling there for a minute, and I called Joan. I said, do you think I can put this on? And she said, yeah, go ahead, because we've talked about it, but I was a little afraid, but now here I am. It's the only thing that helped me. So take down the swelling and the redness. So it's even more, it's more than just a skincare line. It's actually a treatment for the whole entire body or skin,
Well, obviously, getting the DermYoung facial at your Laguna Cliffs Marriott Spa is the best way that someone could experience DermYoung. If you're not in Southern California, or if you don't have the funds to go to a spa or buy the entire line, I'm going to finish by asking you ladies if you can tell me what your favorite products are.
Perfect. You want to go, Joan?
No, you go first, and then I'll tell you mine after you.
Okay. I know we talked about this. I love them all, first of all. But
tell us your skincare routine too, while I've got you.
Okay, so my skincare routine consists of, every day taking care of skin and staying out of the sun, number one. And, but for DermYoung, what I use every day is the wash. I take my makeup off with that, and I use it as my second cleanse. And then I then use the Youth Essence, and I use the oil at night with the Youth Essence, so twice a day. And that's my skincare routine. That's all I do. So I feel like my favorite two products, oh wait, I can't say that's all I do, because I'm about to tell you my favorite product is the mask. And I'm sorry, Joni, if I forgot which ones we said we're gonna do.
We're good.
Okay, so start over.
No.
My favorite one is the mask, because you can sleep in it and you look like you had a facial. That's the great thing. I don't really know how many people can say that their mask, if you sleep in it or if you use it just for an hour, it looks like you just took a visit to get a facial. And then my other one is the Youth Essence, because that's where the magic happens, I think. And I think that's where the skin is being retrained and rejuvenated. So those are my two favorite. Can I do a third one? Because I got
Go ahead.
I'm so selfish. Sorry, Joan. I love the starter kit, because the starter kit, it's so easy. It's accessible for people, and it's a way to start. So those are my favorites. And if you want me to do it over, I can.
That's awesome. Joan?
My skincare regimen is I use the all DermYoung. I use the DermYoung cleanser, and I cream it up, and then I like to add a little water to it to then really get it moving. And I also remove my makeup with it. I then use the hydrating mist, which is not a toner. It actually tightens, lightens, brightens the skin. So for me, I just love that. So I kind of tap that in, wait a few seconds. I then added, which I don't need, but it doesn't hurt. I do need it in a way, because I like the pore minimizer, and because that's also a hydrator. So I like splash that on. I wait a few seconds. I then apply the Youth Essence, which is the core product. Youth Essence is the core product. That to me is my all-time favorite product. When that's done, I only use the oil right here around my eye area. That's what I use as my eye cream. And that's it. I'm done. And then I do that in the evening. Depends what I want to do. I'll cleanse, I'll then mist, and I'll either mask and go to bed, or I'll oil all over and get up the neck, so forth, and go to bed and leave it on like that. But those, they're all my favorite. But I try to use most of the line, because when I do a DermYoung facial, what Mona was saying about the mask, that's what we actually use in the 30-minute DermYoung facial. We use the mask as the massage cream to massage. And the results I hear from people is, oh my God, I feel like it looks like I just had Botox after this facial, or even like she was saying, like she had a facial. So the mask is, I'm sorry, Mona, but those are my two favorites kind of too.
Well, Joan, we do like a lot of things alike, so it's good. But, like Joan was saying, that pore refining product, I just actually started using that one too, because it also helps with pigmentation, and it does refine the pores. And I had kind of just put it to the side, and I don't use the oil during the day because I don't need it, but I will use that if I need something a little hydrating. And also the mist, I guess I do use that in the morning, just to wake up, and it's got hyaluronic acid in it. So it's just plumping, and so it goes below the skin and lifts everything up, which, you know, when you're almost 50, you need.
Oh,
So,
Hey,
hi, Veronica.
we hear you.
oh man.
Hey, hello.
Well, ladies, this has been so informative, and DermYoung is such a wonderful product line, and we appreciate you coming today. Everyone, viewers, thank you, and we will see you for the next in our series. Thank you.